So basically, Wargaming, or Lesta Studio for the Russian branch, took a look at this thing and thought, oh no, Gaijin is pulling ahead in front of us, and we have to keep up. So let's introduce flamethrowers onto World of Tanks. Because reasons. Alright. I mean, we already had the art of strategy with the flamethrower bunker thing, so the flamethrower is somewhat tested, but not in a tank form, so alright, I guess. But it's a close range fighter. They chose the 𝒃𝒎𝒒𝒆𝒔𝒆𝒏𝒔 model for some reason. Alright, fine. But it's a melee support vehicle with a limited range of 150 meters. So close range fighting vehicle, but it's like with the Churchill. However, the Churchill Crocodile has a main armament of a 75mm. So the flamethrower is like close range, whereas the actual 75 is more useful, right? I don't know. There's a stun duration? Huh. That is super weird. Alright, small repair kits and first aid kit will work on principle of larger ones, blah blah blah. You have to use fire extinguisher. Alright, it's a weird system. I recommend you reading it from Armor Patrol, so they have a better translation, obviously. But 𝒃𝒎𝒒𝒆𝒔𝒆𝒏𝒔 only for Lesta Studio on the Russian server for now. So limited range of 150, vision in the game, new type of weapon or mechanic. It's a support vehicle, obviously, calculation of stun time. So do not like the current stun mechanic, so plans to rework it. What? Is it like artillery? I have no idea. Small repair. Oh, they're testing other stuff, but flamethrower is a part of it, practically. So yeah, it's like this thing recently featured in War Thunder. I know about this thing. I saw it. The downside is you do not rely on it. It has a 75mm for the Churchill Crocodile. You use that mainly. Otherwise, if you go around a corner, yes, you can dump the flamethrower rounds or flamethrower 800 rounds of flame for some reason. Alright, fine, but it's very limited. And I think the rear end explode if you shoot at the trailer or the tow thing. So not very optimal, but it's a gimmick. Alright, what the hell is this thing? Huh? Okay, fine. Well, we'll look at the frick. New tab. There we go. Close range. What the hell? Is there reload time? Accuracy. There's an accuracy. Oh, it's a flame. It's 2.5, which is terrible, but it's flames. So 5 degrees gun depression, 20 elevation, 30 degrees per each side. It is based on the 𝒃𝒎𝒒𝒆𝒔𝒆𝒏𝒔 model, so high top speed, high horsepower per ton ratio, and hull traverse. Penetration is 190 to 90 to 8. So is there like a distance affecting the penetration for some reason? View range. No, that's not penetration. That's armor. What the hell am I talking about? There's no pen for the gun. There shouldn't be. It's just like you get damage. Period. There's no penetration. Alright, that is the actual armor of the 𝒃𝒎𝒒𝒆𝒔𝒆𝒏𝒔 for some reason. That is not, but whatever. So, weird factors. But here is the video. So let's take a look. Ooh. Whoa. So dealing more damage to a medium tank than a heavy tank. It depends on penetration. Yeah, it depends on penetration, but if it's penetrating, then it deals more damage. So for the rear end, it deals about the same damage as you saw, but for the frontal armor, it doesn't deal as much because The STA doesn't have as much armor as the T-32, obviously. So it is based on penetration, but it's a flamethrower cone. So I think it's like the stun effect from artillery shell, depending on the area of effect, in a sense. Original high explosive calculation, not the new one, but yeah, it depends on the armor as well. So it also applies a stun effect. That's not toxic. That's not toxic at all. So you apply a stun, you apply damage based on armor of the cone of your fire, but I don't know, it's a gimmick. It will piss people off, especially at low tier when there's no armor, but I think the stun effect is like salt in the wound a little bit. Why do you have to have a stun effect as well? Imagine a platoon of these things, of 3 of them, and just flamethrower the same guy. God, that would be toxic. I have no idea what the stats are about, but is that like 150 millimeters of range? That's the range, but that's the amount of fuel you have, I guess. 20 seconds between fuel canister changing. I don't know. There's no penetration value for this, but I have no idea. I really don't. 2.5 accuracy. That's the cone of the fire, practically. Well, there you go, folks. What a weird stuff. So we'll take a look at the 𝑭𝒍𝒂𝒎𝒆𝒏𝒔 that was recently, or this morning, featured on the Supertest. But I was happy with the resting. I was taking a break, and you put out garbage like this. All right, fine, whatever. I guess it's okay. What the hell is porn doing? Alright, blur that shit. There's porn on the bottom of this webpage. I have to block that. Okay, great. So as for the viability of something like this thing, I took a look at the gameplay of such a vehicle on War Thunder. You are heavily reliant on the main caliber of the gun, the main armament, which is the 75. You do not use the flamethrower that much. You will be happy to get a kill with a flamethrower. That would be great. That rarely happens. You're mainly using the gun. Also, the little trailer for the fuel tank in the back. That's a big weak spot. Big vulnerability right here. That's just no. Such a weird. I mean, we could have the Sherman crocodile or the Churchill crocodile, but flamethrowers are mostly for bunkers or infantry, right? Or Vietnamese people. They're not meant for actual other tanks, technically. I mean, if you have a good seal on your commander cupola or any of the cupolas, as well as the gun barrel and stuff, you don't worry about the flames. You don't really get cooked that easily, right? So it's only good for Vietnamese people in the trees. Or Japanese people in the trees. That's racist. Well, there you go, folks. A first look at flamethrowers. So already had it for Art of Strategy, but put it on a tank, make use out of it. But this is only for now with Lesta Studio. So they're going to do something a little bit different, like with the Chinese server. So they might put this into the game, but it's a whole different world of tanks compared to the other servers. So I wouldn't worry too much about it or put too much thought into it, but for now it's kind of a gimmick, so whatever. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
I guess it's time for us to go, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us